Good morning. This morning I just finished Haunted by R.L. Stine. And now we are reading The Last Vampire by Christopher Pike. Oh, yes, this is good. I am a vampire, and that is the truth. But the modern meaning of the word vampire, the stories have been told about centuries such as I, are not precisely true. I do not turn to ash in the sun, nor do I cringe when I see a crucifix. I wear a tiny gold cross around my neck now, but only because I like it. I cannot command a pack of wolves to attack or fly through the air, nor can I make another of my kind simply by having him drink my blood. Wolves do not like me, though, as do most predators, and I can jump so high that one might imagine I can fly. As to blood, blood. The whole subject fascinates me. I do like that warm and dripping when I am thirsty, and I am often thirsty. Okay, that was like a prologue. And then we are in chapter 1. Alright. My name at present is Alyssa Pern. Just 2 words, something to last for a couple of decades. I am no more attached to them than to the sound of the wind. My hair is blonde and silk-like, my eyes like sapphires that have stared long at volcanic fissures. My stature is slight by modern standards, 5'2" in sandals. But my arms and legs are muscled, although not unattractively so. Before I speak, I appear to be only 18 years of age. But something in my voice, the coolness of my expressions, the echo of my endless experience, makes people think I am much older. But even I seldom think about when I was born. Long before the pyramids were erected beneath the pale moon, I was there, in that desert in those days, even though I am not originally from that part of the world. Do I need blood to survive? Am I immortal? After all this time, I still don't know. I drink blood because I crave it. But I can eat normal food as well, and digest it. I need food as much as any other man or woman. I am a living, breathing creature. My heart beats. I can hear it now, like thunder in my ears. My hearing is very sensitive, as is my sight. I can hear a dry leaf break off a branch a mile away, and I can clearly see the craters on the moon without a telescope. Both senses have grown more acute as I get older. My immune system is impregnable. My regeneration system miraculous. If you believe in miracles, which I don't, I can be stabbed in the arm with a knife and heal within minutes. Oh my God. Without scarring. But if I were to be stabbed in the heart, say, with the currently fashionable wooden stake, then maybe I would die. It is difficult for even a vampire flesh to heal around an implanted blade, but it is not something I have experimented with. But who would stab me? Who would get the chance? I have the strength of 5 men, the reflexes of the mother of all cats. There is no system of physical attack and defense which I am not a master. A dozen black belts could corner me in a dark alley, and I could make a dress fit for a vampire out of the ashes of that coal that hold their fighting jackets closed. And I do love to fight, it is true, almost as much as I love to kill. Yet I kill less and less as the years go by, because the need is not there, and the ramifications of murder in modern society are complex and a waste of my precious but endless time. Some loves have to be given up, others have to be forgotten. Strange as it may sound, if you think of me as a monster, but I can love most passionately. I do not think of myself as evil. Why am I talking about all this? Who am I talking to? I send out those words, those thoughts, simply because it is time. Time for what? I do not know. And it does not matter because it is what I want, and that is always reason enough for me. My wants, how few they are, and yet how deep they burn. I will not tell you at present who I am talking to. The moment is pregnant with mystery, even for me. I stand outside the door of Detective Michael Riley's office. The hour is late. He is in a private office in back, the light down low. I know this without seeing. The good Mr. Riley called me 3 hours ago to tell me I had to come to his office to have a little talk about some things I might find of interest. There was a note of threat in his voice, and more. I can sense emotions, although I cannot read minds. I am curious as I stand in his cramped and stale hallway. I am also annoyed, and that doesn't bode well for Mr. Riley. I knock lightly on the door to his outer office and open it before he can respond. Now, don't you love this writing? Now, for quite some time, R.L. Stine, I love his writing. And day before yesterday, I discovered Christopher Pike. He has been writing since the 90s. I had no idea. Where have I been? Hello, I say. I do not sound dangerous. I am, after all, supposed to be a teenager. I stand beside the secretary's unhappy desk, imagining that her last few paychecks have been promised to her as practically in the mail. Mr. Riley is at his desk inside his office and stands as he notices me. He has on a rumpled brown sport coat, and in a glance I see the weighty bulge of a revolver beneath his left breast. Mr. Riley thinks I am dangerous, I note, and my curiosity goes up a notch, but I am not afraid. He knows what I really am, or he would not have chosen to meet with me at all, even in broad daylight. Alyssa Pern, he says. His tone is uneasy. Yes. He gestures from 20 feet away. Please come in and have a seat. I enter his office, but do not take the offered chair in the front of his desk, but rather one against the right wall. I want a straight line to him if he tries to pull a gun on me. If he does try, he will die, and maybe painfully. He looks at me trying to size me up, and it is difficult for him because I just sit here. He, however, is a montage of many impressions. His coat is not only wrinkled, but stained, greasy burgers eaten hastily. I note it all. His eyes are red-rimmed from a drug as much as fatigue. I hypothesize his poison to be speed, medicine to nourish long hours beating the pavement. After me, surely. There's also a glint of satisfaction in his eyes at prey finally caught. I smile privately at the thought, yet a thread of uneasiness enters me as well. The office is stuffy, slightly chilly. I have never liked the cold, although I could survive an Arctic night naked to the bone. I guess you wonder why I wanted to talk to you so urgently, he says. I nod, my legs uncrossed, my white slacks hanging loose. One hand rests in my lap, the other plays with my hair. Left-handed, right-handed. I am neither and both. May I call you Alyssa? He asks. You may call me what you wish, Mr. Riley. My voice startles him, just a little, and it is the effect I want. I could have pitched it like any modern teenager, but I have allowed my past to enter. The power of it. I want to keep Mr. Riley nervous, for nervous people say much that they later regret. Call me Mike, he says. Did you have trouble finding the place? No. Can I get you anything? Coffee? Soda? No. He glances at a folder on his desk, flips it open. He clears his throat, and again I hear his tiredness as well as his fear. Is he afraid of me? I am not sure. Besides the gun under his coat, he has another beneath some papers at the other side of the desk. I smell the gunpowder in the bullets, the cold steel. A lot of firepower to meet a teenage girl. I hear a faint scratch of moving metal and plastic. He's taping the conversation. First off, I should tell you who I am, he says. As I said on the phone, I am a private detective. My business is my own. I work entirely freelance. People come to me to find loved ones, to research risky investments, to provide protection when necessary, and to get hard to find background information on certain individuals. I smile. And to spy. He blinks. I do not spy, Miss Pern. Really? My smile broadens. I lean forward, the top of my breast visible at the open neck of my black silk blouse. It is late, Mr. Riley. Tell me what you want. He shakes his head. You have a lot of confidence for a kid, and you have a lot of nerve for a down-on-his-luck private dick. All right. I have to stop and go to work. And I'd like to thank everyone who joined for watching. And I hope to see you tomorrow where we continue Christopher Pike's The Last Vampire. And I just thought I'd mention I am the YA horror author of Vampire Juice. It is spooky and creepy. It's a horror mystery adventure. We have vampires, we have teen romance, lots of fun. So if that's something you enjoy, check out my link. It's 99 cents until New Year's Day. And thank you for watching. Have a good day.